Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how I do my Marvel United bases in a somewhat comic style. And there's two types of bases that are groundwork that I've come across. This one here, like on Star-Lord, has a lot of the dirt. So the concrete has been busted up. We'll be doing the concrete, but this is the dirt. So what I use for this is mahogany from Pro Acryl. It's a reddish brown color. So you're just going to cover all that area, how many ever coats it takes to get it just completely solid. Now I'm going back with burnt orange, and again you can use other brands, just find something equivalent to that. And we're doing a big highlight. Just this comic style really just lends itself to these big, bold, and roundish highlights. So we're going to go over all that. You see our result. And now for our final highlight, it's going to be just orange, bright orange. And it's going to cover a smaller area, just like when you're if you're blending up or glazing up, you would go to a smaller and smaller area. So here we're just going to just almost put a little dab on top of each of these rocks or dirt clods, whatever that is there. And this is going to just give us enough definition to kind of convey the look that we're going for here. And of course you can do as much or as little as you want. I have just done the two colors, and it looks good, but you know, it doesn't. This is just taking literally a couple of minutes. And again, you may have to go back and hit this with the second time, especially with the orange, because there's orange pigments are just tend to be a lot more transparent. So now going over the concrete, we're going to use three main colors, and the first one that I use is dark neutral gray, and then the next one's going to be our neutral gray, and then bright neutral gray. So if you want warm colors or whatever, you just want to get the same family of grays. So we're going over just the flat concrete parts. There's also some like busted up pieces of concrete, you know, or rocks. I do these the same color. I do these just in a very simple fashion. So this is going to be our foundation. So we're just going to cover everything with it. Some of these bases are like have different heights, or they're just sculpted lower. So I just kind of went all the way to the bottom, and then I'll figure out how much of that I really want to keep gray later on, just by you know taking a look at it and seeing what we want. So we're just going to go over completely, get as close to the feet as you can. We'll be going back over that with some black lining to define that, but just all the way up to the shoes. So our next color is, as I said, just neutral gray. So with this comic style, for what I do, I try to have like rounded edges on most of this. It just kind of, we're trying to trick our eyes into this two-dimensional look on a three-dimensional model, and it kind of lends itself with these rounded edges. Get a chance, just grab a comic book, or you know, you can just look at images online, and you kind of just take a glance and notice how are they doing these highlights. And you know, again, we just see these bold, large highlights, you know, to give it some definition. And again, like that area right there, or right here that I'm painting on, this is a flat surface. And we're just giving it that appearance of the light hitting it, or maybe giving it some shape or definition. So now our final highlight is bright neutral gray, and we're going to see how much color is coming out of this. Again, we're just going with a smaller area. Most of the highlights I do, I only go up three colors from the base, or I guess 2 from the base here, not counting the black that we'll put in there. Again, this is a quick and easy for me. This is a quick way to do a comic style without spending just so much time. And I've seen pictures out there that I use for reference that they're just gorgeous, but that's not the amount of time or skill that I have to put into these models. So again, just work your way around, trying to get these roundish highlights, not looking for any sharp edges. A lot more of the sharp edge stuff comes in like when you're blacklining to define things. So we're just going over just the final touches here. So now that we have these 3 different colors on here, we're going to kind of shift gears, and I like painting the rim out here. And what I've done is for all the hero characters, I have just the blue ring. I was thinking about going with like faction, like Guardians of the Galaxy type. They're going to have one, but some of my other customers, they just kind of wanted all the heroes to be one color, all the villains to be another. So we've picked blue for the heroes and a bright red for the villains. So now the final touches on the base is just a small black lining. So this would be where that dark neutral gray and the model or different cracks and chips in the sidewalk, like this one right here, this is just a crevice. Just run that brush right there. And I don't use anything special for my black lining. This is just Vallejo model color black. I know some people are real particular about what they use. They use an Indian ink and different stuff, and that's great. For me, this is quite sufficient. And now I'm going to go and hit a lot of the cracks in the actual dirt area, just so that I can set each of these rocks, dirt clods, kind of define them individually. And there's a lot of space on this model. This is a pretty common, these 2 surfaces are very common in Marvel United, either the dirt or the busted up sidewalks or concrete, things like that. And some of them, they're flat, so I don't know if it's like inside a building or something, but the floor is still busted up. So I use these, the same 3 colors. And I've actually marked the top of my bottles for whether I use it for concrete or for metallics, because I wanted those different, but they're still the views. So here's a couple of models. You can see the bases, and they weren't great pictures to demonstrate the bases, but you can kind of see that there. Well, I hope this video helped you either come up with an idea or get started. If you like the video, please just click the like and subscribe. And if there's something else with Marvel United you'd like to see, leave it in the comments. Have a great day.